Welcome back, Nerdiverse, for another galactic episode of Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, where we always have such sights to show you. Big episode this evening. I'm, of course, Master of the Nerdiverse, Mike G. And with me, as always, is the Star Wars ambassador himself, Master of the Nerdiverse, Wash. What's going on, sir?
Yo, what up? Happy Friday. We have made it. It is about to turn into Hoth where I am at. We are going to be looking at a high of like -8 tomorrow. In fact, as this podcast goes, I wish I could do it like a live little thermometer because it's supposed to drop just that quickly. It's what, 8 and it's 20. By like 10, it's supposed to be 7. So I don't know what's about to happen, but yeah, I'm here for it, man. I got on some Star Wars. We're in the Nerdiverse, and Hoth is here. I one of my favorite lines. Well, then I'll see you in hell.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll see you in hell. Yeah.
yeah,
Han Solo. Let's go.
yeah. I say it in the grocery store. I walk around and I say that. People be looking at it. I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, that's that guy. That's that. So you have a pack of like 5 to 7 huskies out front, right? Just in case you got to bug out.
It's not a
You,
bad idea.
you and your cat sitting here like a little Grogu. Y'all got to
Yeah,
bug out.
it's not a bad idea, man. In
You
fact,
may you may need that, my man.
it's a little expensive on the old food side of it all, but
They'll
huskies
figure
eat
it
a lot.
out. Huskies will figure it out. Yo, Bradley, what's good? Thank you for coming through, man. Whoop whoop whoop. Uh, so you have Christmas out there.
Yeah, dude, it snowed. We got about 5 inches the other day, and it'll be sticking around for a while since it's bitter cold. So, yeah, I think we're supposed to be up in the 30s here soon, though. So hopefully a good bit of it melts. That's me
The,
being a Grinch. I don't know what to tell you.
the one thing I've
It's going to the
always
store hard.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like the one thing that keeps me away from a winter wonderland is all the crap you have to worry about with your car and
Yeah.
just getting around during that time. You know what I'm saying?
I drove on a hill, took a turn, and I happened to be on like a small incline, and my tire like hit the ice as I was going down the hill, and it's like, yeah, tires, ice, hills, not made for each other, but what can you do? You know what I mean?
That's what it's like. If it's my time, it's my time. I got it.
That's what
I
I
gotta
mean.
get these. I gotta get this bologna and cheese, Doug. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. Oh, geez. I pray for you and all that are around you, man. California, we get mad when it rained for like 2 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People lose their mind over
yeah,
a little bit of rain. You out there
yeah.
fighting the elements, slicing open animals.
Tauntauns,
You like
yeah,
you
buddy.
slicing open tauntauns to keep
Yeah.
yourself warm, bro. With a lightsaber. That's the only time Han picked up the lightsaber ever, isn't it?
Yeah, I do believe so, man. Now that you think about it, I hadn't considered it, but yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Good
That's crazy.
good call.
Man, just a lot of Star Wars this week. So it's a very Star Wars themed week for some reason.
It's like a lot of Star Wars every week. And now that you got me doing that thing,
We're gonna be talking about it. I'm sure you got things to say. I can't wait for this episode. Speaking of which, let's get into the nitty gritty. But before we start this episode, I would always like to remind people that we are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube, and this will be in YouTube for all perpetuity until the Robo armies show up and wonder what MOTN was 7,000 years from now. But we're gonna party like it's 1999 now with our new latest episode. Are you ready? Ready.
yeah, man. I mean, it turned into a big week. Like they're like the Nerdiverse universes are not going quietly into the dark night in 2025. They are loud, here, and proud. Something of
Loud,
that
proud, and
nature.
like angry. You know what I mean? It's almost like vitriolic. Like I had to leave stuff off the docket. It's been so that I had to like make a decision on last minute. Like, damn, I
But
want to talk about that.
folks want to go on vacation too, I'm sure. So it's like, hey, look, I'm not coming in next week. You coming in next week? No. Well, then we're
Get it,
dropping this
dropping
right
it
now because
right now.
I'm done, buddy.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I had no choice. Tonight's episode of Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast is called episode 147. It's called Announcement Mania.
Announcement media.
A lot of things going on this last week. So before we jump in, I always like to ask Squash, out of these four topics, which I'll list right now, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis drop, brand new Tomb Raiders coming out. We finally get a Street Fighter movie teaser. I'm sure you have comments on that. The Supergirl trailer dropped, apropos of nothing. Wasn't expecting that. That's pretty quick. And last but not least, Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic trailer. What the F is that? I know you have topics on that, but I have to ask you, of these four topics, which one are you looking forward to speaking about the most?
There were a lot of topics to choose from, so I'm interested in what you decide as this as the finale, as the top, as the cream de la talk, as it may be. And for this conversation, I'm actually at this stage going to say I'm most excited about Street Fighter. I think
Ooh,
that that's going to be a interesting little segment that we have going there.
just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. We're going to talk about it. And me and Watch even had a little conversation because I had an existential crisis while watching the Game Awards, which is where a lot of this content came from. But I think with that, that is an excellent segue into Wash. How was your week?
How was my week? In theme, it was very video game-ish, video gamey. In fact, well, I'll go into the one and then I'll go into the other. So
Got it.
there was a drop on Xbox Game Pass that I had not been expecting. I was not expecting, and in fact, the first day it dropped, it did not work for me, which happens often. Good job, Xbox.
Good job,
Uh,
Xbox.
I'm glad I pay you that much
Rolls
money and you
Royce
raised
of
your prices.
consoles.
I'm sure it's going $45 in
The Rolls
February.
Royce.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so moving on.
Bastards.
Gonna not do that. It's Friday. Um, I saw Mortal Kombat 1 dropped.
Mm,
And I wanted to play Mortal Kombat 1 when it originally came out because there was so much hype about the realism around the game as compared to others. And that's actually one of the reasons it didn't get a lot of pull is because it was super hard and I guess people didn't dig it. I am a fighting game fan, but I can't tell you technically. Well, yeah, the last Mortal Kombat I played, I don't remember the name of it, but it's
mm.
fairly recent. It's
Like
not
11,
too.
12.
No, it was the one before that. It was the one before 11. The
So
one before 11.
X, Mortal Kombat X.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have played it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my hand hurts so freaking much.
Hmm.
I've
Hmm.
probably put I don't know 20, 25 battles into the story, and all I can say is each one is progressively better because I like to take fighting games. I like to see how intuitive they are before you look at the actual fighting list. I like to see how your everything works and then look at the fighting list and it's like, "Oh, well this makes a lot of sense." And those first few battles in the story was fairly rough and I was like, "Ah, well, we'll power through. That's fine." And we powered through and then I started playing so much that my hand is cramping up, especially after typing all day, working.
Hmm.
And then I couldn't help myself. So I dropped in another 2 hours today. And so currently my hand hurts.
It's just a
But
claw right
yeah,
now.
dude, it does not feel good. But here's what I'm gonna say. That's a dope game, man. I
Yeah.
kind of dig it. I kind of like it. I like what they're doing with the Mortal Kombat 1 of it all. I do have questions that I'm assuming
Yeah.
questions that need answers.
I gotcha.
Um, I'm assuming that Liu Kang
Hmm.
like if this is one, and if this
Hmm.
is like the beginning, like Liu Kang is not the god of fire in the beginning. Liu Kang is
Okay.
found as one of the. You see where I'm going with this,
Yes.
and I
So
don't remember like the first one or the last one, the previous one. I
yeah.
don't know. So I was just that has me thrown in the story a bit. Yeah, maybe you can clear that
So
up.
absolutely. So Bradley named it right then and there. Time travel shenanigans, almost like reality warping shenanigans. So it's a whole lot. I'm gonna try to break this down in elevator pitch so you can just catch up, right? So the last game, pretty much had Chronica was the main villain, and she was a Titan, and Chronica was trying to rewrite history in her own image. It came down to Liu Kang versus Chronica for who's going to be able to control the multiverse or whatever. Liu Kang won, so Liu Kang then absorbed all of Chronica's power and literally became like a god. He more than a god. He became a Titan, and he rewrote the entire Mortal Kombat story from the beginning of effing time till now in his image. And he is kind of like the overseer of this new MK1, where the story has reset, but he's outside of it now.
I guess I did play that because I do remember Chronica and I do remember beating Chronica, but I guess I don't remember all of that you just said about
Yeah.
Liu Kang, or at least I didn't understand it in time because Mortal Kombat's weird like that. Or yeah, I guess that's probably what I thought is it probably just wasn't going to relate to anything in general. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's interesting. So where is this? Is this then the original Mortal Kombat or no? A different
Ah,
timeline
it's a
per se.
different reality. Think of like
Different
Marvel
reality.
standards. What we've been playing for the last 30 years has been Earth 616. He created Earth 2025. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is his Mortal Kombat. He's made the villains kind of dumb and garbage because he doesn't want smoke. He's made all his friends cool. He made us all his enemies dumb,
Okay.
and things don't go right because causality is a bitch, and you just can't
Yeah.
control chaos, no matter who you are. So things are
Yeah.
going to happen and wackiness ensues.
Well, I dig it. I like it. I like the fighting. I like the realism. As a martial artist, I especially have a good time with the monks and the Shaolin Temple
Mhm.
and Lu Kung Lao and Raiden.
Yeah, Raiden
And
rules.
yeah, Raiden is so fast. He's
Okay.
just so fast. And yeah, we got the Outworld and we were getting into some shenanigans in Outworld. Then I had to get up and it disconnected. And so then I went to da 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 click click click. Fucking Outlaws, yeah. So
Just jump right back in. Before we move on to
um
Outlaws, I have
yeah.
one Mortal Kombat
All right.
question for you, and
All
there
right.
is a wrong answer. No, you got
All right.
hype. I'm so happy you like that game, but I have to ask you the immortal question, right? The mortal question: Scorpion or Sub Zero?
I'm a Sub-Zero guy.
Me too.
I'm a Sub-Zero
You
guy.
chose wisely. Yeah, chose Sub
Yeah.
Zero rules. That's all I wanted to ask because it's
Yeah,
really it's a question. You know?
and he's kind of gnarly in this game. If you let him get off, he's kind of gnarly, man. That
Oh
first,
yeah,
dude, yeah, he's not
he
messing
has some
around
sick combos,
whatsoever.
bro.
So yeah,
He's not
absolutely.
playing.
Yeah. So I'm really digging Motor Combat. I could jump in now if my hand wasn't just
Uh, welcome
a
to
big pain,
age, Doug.
bro.
I got to
Like,
talk about that later too.
hey
Welcome to
kids,
age.
this is the arthritis episode. So
This
brought
is
to
the
you by
Ben
Ben
Gay
Gay.
portion.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely,
This is brought to you
absolutely.
by Ben Gay. Sponsor us, please.
So the other thing I've been doing is playing Outlaws because it is. Un- I mean, I haven't had a game like this in a minute where I want to drop life and be like,
No, this is no life
yeah,
dash. It's no
I
life.
I don't care what is happening. I'm just gonna play this game. So life was cruising along, and we were playing. We got out of the Pike Syndicate, and I'm just kind of wandering around in the city, and just a cool chain of events. So, like, I randomly just in the city, I'm like, oh, I'll pick this lock, go pick this lock, find this hollow pad that has a tip about the still can't remember the I still can't remember the name of the horses. But the horse races, and it
Yeah.
has tip on the horses. And I just so happened spent like 600-700 credits on a new upgrade. So I was like, well, this is a handy tip. Let me go over here to the tables. Bet 50, bam, tip comes in, make myself 500 freaking credits. I'm like, oh damn, that was
Hmm.
sweet,
Hmm.
right? So then I'm like, well, you know what? I'm down here. Let me just see what's going on because I've been in the city for like 3-4 hours and I
Hmm.
still haven't done everything that's kind of just going on right now at this early stage of the game. And I was like, you know what? Let me just see, if
Yeah.
there's an out or where the hell things are. And so I like went outside and I was like, uh, oh my God. And so when you at the start of the game, you go through it, but
Yeah.
there's no real freedom involved.
Yeah.
When you go out and all of a sudden there's freedom and it
Yeah.
just opens up and my mind just starts going and like I'm on this bike and I go up to this imperial place, whatever, do some shenanigans there. But my mind is like, if there's 4, 5, 6 worlds like this game is so freaking deep. Like
Yeah.
it's such a level of deep that I was not expecting, which is going to bring me to some of our news topics this week as well. But it's so deep. I'm shocked. You said you were shocked people didn't like this game. I'm
Yeah.
shocked people don't like this game. Like I don't understand why they don't. And then today, so I held a piece of information for the Pikes because, the Crimson Dawn, like, yo, what up? And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm
Mm.
weak, bro. Weak to Pike Syndicate rules all, bro. Like Spice.
That's
Like, nah,
funny.
I need to be with these
I
folks for
was
a
I
while,
was so
right?
like F the Pikes, dude. Like the absolute last syndicate I got good in with because F the Pikes, dog.
Yeah, well, it's a bargaining game. Depends on the
Yeah.
offer that's put in front of me, but I know the Star Wars universe, so I know what someone in Star Wars would say. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna cover my ass. And so I get in good with the Pikes, and this is a learning lesson. So I'm wandering around again. Do, 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 do. What's this? I'm in the Pike area. It's a door. Tell my little creature, go open that door,
Yeah.
lock,
Hmm.
go in. Well, I can't get out. It's a one-way type door, and now I'm in like a Pike place where I'm not supposed to be
Supposed
at.
to.
So then, right, I'm trying to sneak out. The Pikes see me. My reputation drops. They actually start shooting at me. I am
Hmm.
now leaving these people who are my friends. I hop on my speeder. Speeders start coming after me. I'm
Yeah.
on my speeder. I'm going. All of a sudden, I look out and there's nothing. And I'm like, where am I going? And then you do that freaking drop,
Drop.
and it's so damn awesome and satisfying. And if you have not played this freaking game,
What are you doing?
damn, this game is awesome. This game is awesome, and it's so deep that just it's taking hours just to understand like the world itself and how the mechanics are working because it's relatively o- it's original in its usage of the items.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? I guess that's the way I'll put that. So yeah, fantastic game, fantastic.
Man, yeah. It's funny that you kind of have to kind of marinate in the areas you're in, especially while you're getting your bearings, because you're just now learning how to ride the bike. The bike was a big hurdle for me. I kept falling off that thing. As you know, you can crash off the bike, you land too hard, you pop off. You have to respect the bike, you know what I mean? The little speeder you got. And once I start getting the hang of it, I was like doing donuts and stuff and shooting from off the bike and stuff and boosting into ramps and jumping off. It gets crazy.
Yeah.
Leveling up the bike alone is like 10 hours.
Is it? I was having. I'm hoping. I'm like, is it GTA Star Wars? Because I see a couple of speeders, and I'm like, are they gonna let me? In fact, this Imperial shuttle dropped, and these Imperials came out because I was going up on this wreckage spot getting some treasure, and I thought they were gonna starfield it and keep the door open, and they
Yeah,
didn't because I was about to go steal the
go in there.
Imperial ship if I could.
You
So
can, but
don't ruin it. But can you steal the speeder at some point or no?
ah, I don't want, like you said, I don't want to spoil it
All
for
right,
you, but
fair enough.
out,
No
go out there
spoilers.
and go out there and have fun. Knock yourself out. There's a whole Fast and the Furious side to this game that I never touched. There's a whole
Is there
Fast and the
racing?
there's a whole Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious racing side to a
yeah,
planet that I just never touched because I was like, I don't feel
yeah.
like racing. But if you're down for that and you want to do the racing side mission, I don't know how long it is because I never
I,
touched it, but it's
I was
there.
on I was on the speeder 30 seconds, and I'm like, I know they're gonna let me do Beggars Canyon because I have to go to Tatooine because the
Yeah,
huts are here. So I'm
you're
like,
gonna
I
do
know
the
Beggars Canyon's gonna be here. I just need a speeder to get through it.
yeah.
I'm super wondering if the Kessel runs in here.
I
So
believe the Kessel Run.
don't.
I think
Yeah.
key
So
away,
anyway,
bro.
I could
Yeah,
absolutely no life.
yeah. I told you I put like 60, 70 hours in the game, and there's still a ton of stuff I didn't do. And I did DLC.
So good.
Still a ton of stuff I didn't do. And you haven't even gotten to like the space
I haven't
stuff
done
yet.
anything. I haven't done anything.
You're on planet 1, right?
Planet One. I'm
Oh
like
god.
6 hours in. Planet One. Like I, in fact, I was trying to
Oh,
steal something and it didn't go well. So I was like, I just got to put it down because I played it
I
after Mortal Kombat and my hand hurt. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I got to stop.
You
I'm
don't
just
know
gonna
what
wait.
you don't know what you're doing until you're getting chased by someone and you go from your bike, jump off it to the landing port to your ship to seamless, mind you, taking off, going into space, is still getting chased because they have space details as
Yeah,
well. And now you're freaking out because it's like
I
they
don't.
just won't stop.
I don't
It's
know
so effing good. It's
why
so good.
people didn't like the game.
I don't know what to tell you, man. It's one of my favorites. It's probably good. If we're doing a top 10, it's probably gonna be one of my games of the year. It's really that damn good. And I haven't been tied into a game like that in a very long time where it's just was like, I'm just gonna play this every night after work and see what happens. I don't want to do the main story. I'm gonna go listen and ear hustle some kind of like treasure over
I,
there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
it's the Christmas season. I'm like, I don't need to list things today. I'm just gonna get a couple hours
I'm just gonna get a
outlaws.
couple of hours. I was supposed to Christmas
It's
shop.
cool.
I'm just gonna break into this, this hut, you know, stronghold and steal some data, sell it back to the Crimson Dawn. Make a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's light
Yeah.
work, light work.
How was your week, Mike?
Ah, man. So much like you, a kind of a video game heavy week. I want to talk about one game in particular that once I started playing, I just couldn't kind of stop. Like you, can't play for that long because my hand literally turns into a claw after a while, and you start seizing up and numbing and getting old. Sucks, man. Because this is a game I would have no lifed already. I would have beaten it already if I wasn't old and washed and defeated.
I do think it's good for good exercise, though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for the
Better than
mind and
not. So
yeah, it's good hand-eye coordination. And this is a game that Wash put me on because I just wasn't going to get it, and my head was still at Outer Worlds. I was wanted to download Outer Worlds too, and Wash was like, "Hey man, I'm playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion. You want to just jump on and see what we can do?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I don't have the game. I may pick it up on Switch or something." He's like, "Dude, it's free on Xbox Game Pass." And I was like, "Bro, all you had to say was a word." So I jump on Xbox Game Pass. I download the game, and this effing game has the okay. So Wash is such a genius. He was like, "Hey, what to see if we can stream? Let's see if we can stream, right? Let's just mess around." So I'm like, "All right, let's join a party and stream." And this game has some of the most unintuitive, like partner, like linking up with any other human I've ever seen in my life. Like me and Wash
ah,
literally troubleshoot that for like an hour before we can even play
dude,
together.
Marvel Snap is the same damn thing, though. Marvel Snap was the same damn thing. It's like, what do you guys? Why are you making this so? We have names. Just let us add a friend list and
Fucking
put
just
it.
click a
What are we
button.
doing?
The
Like, this is not 2003.
the game makes you It's just so ass backwards because my brain thinks like logistically, right? Okay, let's meet up on the lobby screen. Let's meet up on the start screen. Am I going to your game? Are you going into my game? Let's figure this out. Both people have to be in game already in an existing running game. You have to press, and that's the only way the system will recognize you're online. And that's what was confusing me because Wasaw was online, I saw was online, but the game was like, you're not online. What do you mean? I'm on the character select screen. No, I'm on the title screen. No, and I'm like, let me just play with this. And Wash was like, let's set up another game. All right, let's boot up 76. I'm like, man, I got like 1,000 gigs to download on that thing. I ain't touched that game in a minute. He's like, all right, that ain't gonna work. So I'm like, oh, let's just jump into a game and see what happens. And these bastards make you be in the game fighting ghouls and like little insectoids to even invite another person in. So it's just it's one thing to say, and it's no like tutorial on how to add people in. It just tells you you're offline. You're just offline. Why? My internet's tripping? No. Is it my Xbox Game Pass? No. Is it some weird thing? No. The game is broken. And Watch was like, what if it's just a bug? I'm over here troubleshooting Reddit. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here Encyclopedia Brown in this bitch. And I'm like, why is this so complicated? Why is this so convoluted? Game gives you no instruction on how to join other people.
And what's interesting about that is, so in order to play with your friends, you essentially have to have decided that you want to play this game by yourself. And then while you're playing the game, be like, "Oh, you know
Oh,
what? I want to play with my friend. I wonder if my friend's playing." And it's not intuitive. It's
it's not
like
intuitive at
that's not
all.
the way it works. It's like, "Oh, Mike's on. Let me invite him in. Let me see if he wants to play." Yeah, that don't work.
I was
I
so
mean,
already turned off by the game, but the bright side is that hey, and this is something that's been holding back MOTN since its inception. I've always had crap internet and I can never stream gaming. I've been wanting to stream gaming for so long.
yeah.
Um and it's one of those things where it's like I just couldn't do it. The internet, I had all the parts, I had the Elgato, all that fun stuff. Learn how to OBS, the nightmares of OBS this channel seen in the past. You already know. I'm kind of like an OBS master at this point. But through my Xbox, it is like an old school arcade thing. Definitely Bradley. Um, I streamed for like an hour after Wash got off just to test it. And then Watch
Oh,
was, and you were like, you were right there. You were like, I was just like, just watch me. Is it stuttering? Is there anything weird? You're like, nah, it's clear as crystal, bro. You're good to go. And it was such a relief. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stream for a couple
you
of
know what?
hours.
I never followed up on you with any of that because I took my ass to bed. I like drank
Yeah.
my wine and I was out like
Yeah. You were just
15
like,
minutes
woo.
later. I was
Yeah.
exhausted.
You're God, bro.
Um, did you stream any more this week? Have you been on? Have you
No,
have
it's
you
like,
played anything?
it's funny. First I streamed with no sound because I didn't have a headset. I was totally unprepared. Never thought about
Right.
streaming, right? So it's funny. This is a funny story. I know we're about to hit to the topics, but I was like, I'm just gonna pick up a gaming headset from Best Buy. I'm just gonna Instacart it, let it bring them here. I want to test this now. You know how I get. Test,
Yeah.
test, test. Let's go. So I order a headset and it's like expensive, dude. I'm like, just the only one they got, but it works for Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And the and the shopper is like, they don't have your headset. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, get anything that's compatible with Xbox. Well, I'm getting this one, and I'm like, it says right there it's compatible with PlayStation and computer. I can't use this. Well, I got it, and I'm like, no, I'm telling you not to pick this up, you idiot. It doesn't work for what I need. And that shit just says shopping complete. I was like, this bitch. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait till you deliver it, get all the way over here, and then I'm gonna refund that thing and get the damn headset for free, right? So I'm sitting there mad, like, okay, if this thing don't work, I'm gonna be so tight. I'm so pissed off. This person is not listening to me. I hate this Instacart shit. I should have just got my big ass up and just gone and picked it up myself. I'm over here cussing out the earth, right? Headset gets there, and I'm reading it a little bit more fine detail, and it's like, okay, you can't wireless to Xbox, but if you have a USB-C to USB-C, you could just plug it in and it works. Or a headset jack or whatever, and I get the damn thing to work. And I'm like, had the headset on, I can hear it. Everything's Gucci as long as I'm wired in. And the angel and the devil go on my shoulder. Mike, you should just let it go. She was just trying to do her best job. No, F that. Right on the Instacart. I didn't get what I wanted. I need my money back yesterday. Right. So they end up giving me like a expensive headset for free. Pretty much. Money went right back into my account. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't know what the fate
Yeah,
of that woman is. She should have listened to what I was saying. That's
she
my
was not listening.
no, because I would have just had her refunded. Easy
Right,
peasy. Right? No, she just
right.
got what she got, bro. And she
Yeah.
had a little attitude with it too. Man,
Mm-mm.
I just came up on a headset for free, and I was just like, "All right, headset's on," and I hit watch up again. This is right when you're about to go to bed, and I was like, "Watch this, just watch the channel for like 2 seconds. I just want to make sure I sound good and nothing skipping. That's my biggest worry because of the internet connection." Watch was
Mm.
like, "Man, you Gucci, bro, you good to go." I was like, "We just 2026 is going to be very interesting for MOTN because it's a whole another side that we need to test on." Mind you, Marvel Invasion is a 2D platformer. You know what I'm saying? What is I don't know the Outer Wild's going to look like on my setup. Will that skip? We don't know. I got to test it in the future. So there's
Yeah,
going to be some
don't know.
gaming on this channel. We got to play with it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Other
Did
than
you beat Cosmic Invasion? I kind of figured you would
no, because my hands are old and
because
garbage,
you
and
had. All
my
right, I
eyes get
got you.
tired and old man shit, right?
I
So
got you.
yeah, but I'm also kind of pacing myself, and I'm gonna level up my characters because there's a whole leveling system to it and
Also deep.
passive effects.
Also another deep game.
Very deep.
Unexpectedly deep. I
I didn't
was
even
not
talk about the
expecting that.
game.
Yet
All I did was bitch about stupid like life stuff. I didn't even talk about the game. I missed my opportunity. Pro tip: game's great. Game feels great. It feels like a good. I want Watch to jump back on. I want to play with him again. Just the game's great. Okay, I run out of time. I did all that complaining, but I'm just saying the game is good. My Captain America's already leveled up all the way to the top, tippity top.
oh,
He's
you
just
did.
yeah,
What's the top 10,
10,
8, 10?
10, like level
So
10.
yeah, so you did go in and put in some time because
Yeah, I'm just about
I
to
was.
unlock the
Uh,
last secret character.
it's like, yeah, man, when I last spoke to you not too long ago, you were at level 1 with no extra
Yeah. No,
characters, and now all
you
right,
see
I
how I
got
get down, bro. So it's
yeah.
like, hey, I just got off work. I'm gonna play this for a little while. Do I have MLTN tonight? No. All right,
Right.
I'm gonna play this while my food gets cooked. I'm gonna play this whoop de whoop. And you just wake up and I'm fighting Galactus and shit. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, game's great. Game is absolutely great. Other than that, this pretty much was my week. Just learning that we can stream again and playing some Cosmic Heroes. If you want to jump on, we're on Xbox, so I'm gonna just start running. Whoever wants to jump on and play, we can just play because it's
Yeah,
that kind of open atmosphere.
there you go.
Whew,
Exciting.
exciting stuff. Speaking of exciting things, are you ready to roll into our topics for this evening?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Uh, I am Iron Man. Remember that from
Uh,
the 90s, Doug?
yeah, I do. And did you see like Spinal Tap 2 is on
Yeah.
HBO Max now? I just watched the trailer. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna watch this, but I have to watch it at some point. So
Oh, the new Glass
anyway.
Onion is out too. I want to watch that. The new Glass,
Oh,
the murder
I've never
mystery.
seen any of them. None
They're
of them.
so good. If you
So
like
good.
murder mysteries and like, Murder by Death and Clue and stuff like that, it's right up your alley. But they're
The
really
last
good.
one I watched was the one with Daisy Ridley. That wasn't. It was all right. It wasn't great.
What would that
Murder
was
in the
like?
Orient.
Murder on Orient Express or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was the one.
Those are a bit the Glass Onion series is a bit more fun than that. That's a bit
And
dry.
not.
Got
All
like
right,
Kenneth
got
Branagh and shit. Fucking
gotcha.
thespians. Speaking of thespians, let's talk about this Supergirl trailer. It dropped that James Gunn is a master marketer, so he started talking about this early in the week, just kind of like get ready for Supergirl and all that fun stuff. We finally get the trailer, um, and it doesn't give you a lot, but it gives you a lot if you know about the comics. Watch, did you have a chance to watch this trailer? What are your thoughts?
Yes, I watched this trailer 3 times. Bradley, I saw that you said that this looks mid. I have to disagree with you, bro. I'm gonna say that especially coming off of my adventures with Superman, who also has a Kara that is also very different in her nature to everything else that's going on in this universe. Like, I liked what I saw from this, and for me, it kind of, this felt more James Gunn than Superman felt James Gunn.
Mhm.
Like, that just coming from the trailer. I remember watching the Superman trailer. We talked about it. I was like, I watched this. I was like, no, this is gonna be great. This thing is gonna, I don't know if it's going to do $1 billion, but it's definitely going to do high numbers. It's going to be popular, I'm assuming.
I like that they're giving us an asymmetrical Supergirl, Superman. You know what I mean? Because canonically, they're both pretty goody two shoes. You know what I'm saying? Kara's a little bit older than him technically because of the way time space works. And you hit the nail right on the head with the Adventures of Superman, where in that show, she's like his antagonist. You know what I mean? He's Goku and she's Vegeta. Like, I've been
Yeah.
trained in the Kryptonian arts and I'm here to kick ass. Where this one is also asymmetrical. What did she say? There's a great line in this trailer. He sees the good in everybody. I see the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
And
Okay.
after watching Superman, I'm like, oh yeah, I see. I see it. And in regards to like it's not so much Bradley, it's not so much what I saw, it's that the tone of what I saw felt right for what I was viewing. Like, it was all very cohesive, it made sense, especially coming off of watching Superman, and you go, okay, so they're going to fill in a bunch of the little holes here that we didn't have in Superman, and that's fine, that's great. But it makes sense coming from this character. Like, I wasn't expecting to necessarily get Krypton in this. I don't know how
Mhm.
much of Krypton we're going to get, but judging just from the trailer, I'm like, we're going to kind of get a lowdown so that when we go back to look at Superman, it'll kind of be with fresh eyes, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And one thing you could say about James Gunn is he really is the father of comic book galaxy kind of world building.
Yeah.
You can see his inspirations on his sleeve. It's very Star Wars. You know what I mean? His beat up, run down uh planets versus his super clean, you know what I'm saying? Almost like 2001 Space Odyssey environments as well. Like, you get that in this trailer. You get the super clean Kryptonian funeral versus wherever she's at, taking shots and hanging out with Crypto in that muddy, dirty planet she's on and getting into trouble. Um, it definitely does have more of a Gun vibe, but it's a different director. Gun's not directing this; it's somebody completely different, which is interesting because it's almost like it's interesting and scary because it makes you feel like, kind of like Poltergeist is directed by one person, but the movie feels like Steven Spielberg's directing it. You know what I'm saying? Toby Hooper directed Poltergeist, but it feels like a Spielberg movie. Somebody assumes it's a Spielberg movie. I think this could be the same thing. This feels like a gun. At least the trailer was very gun, and everyone's thinking it's gun. And it's like, nah,
Dang it. Yeah, but he has his hands on everything.
yeah,
It comes out very, very, you know what I mean? Like, all because he doesn't write it or direct it doesn't mean he didn't set the beats for it. And he did not write it, but he has to oversee it. And thus, this is why they kind of put the man in charge. Is so, I mean, they want his vision, right? It's not
this
like
is the
he's
vision.
it's not like he's Bill Gates or somebody and that made Apple. It's like we want gun, as you call it, the gunism.
It's funny
I thought
because
this was great.
it's great because it is very much him. It reminds me of like Kevin Feige's finger on the Marvel pulse. Like, directors do your thing, but there's certain beats you have to hit because to keep things making sense, right? And a lot of directors don't vibe with that. It's like, nah, if I can't do my own thing, I'm out. Looking at you, Ant-Man director, Shaun of the Dead director, not Peyton Reed,
Uh, uh, I can't bring it up.
Jojo Rabbit director. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we
Uh,
we we just did his film. Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
So I I'm very optimistic about this movie. Of course, there's a very small, uh,
Taiwan
not
Tico
not Tika Waititi. Not Tika. No. It is dang it, he directed the very first Ant. He was supposed to direct the first Ant-Man, and he dropped out. It's the guy who made Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz
Yeah,
and not
we
Tika
just did
Waititi.
this stupid film. What was it that we
Hold on,
did? Edgar Wright.
Edgar
We
Wright.
had
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
we
thank
had
you, thank
the
you.
Edgar Wright off. Wasn't that what that was? An Edgar
No,
Wright off? And
that was the Romero off, dude. We had the Romero
no,
off.
in this year's random
Oh
select.
no, that was dang it, that was Matthew Vaughn. We had the
That
Vaughn
was
off.
Matthew Vaughn. That was a Vaughn off.
We had
That's
the
right.
Vaughn
That
off.
was a Vaughn
Yeah, we
off.
had the
That's
Vaughn
right.
off.
Pardon me.
Um, Overall, great trailer. I love seeing DC. I was just thinking, like DC has their neck on Marvel. DC has their boot on Marvel's neck right now, and you kind of love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvel's not really snapping right now, and ain't nobody really vibing with none of the movies. We don't know what the hell Secret Wars is. We don't know what Doomsday is, but this is tangible. It's right here, and it looks fun. It looks good. It's bright. It's colorful. You know, call me. You know, and it's like DC is like, nah, this is a competition now. You guys dropped the baton. We're picking it back up, and we got your best boy helping us out.
They are owned by WB.
Yes. Mhm.
So I,
It could all die at any second, bro.
I
It
just
could
want to
all
put
die
that
at any yeah.
footnote to that
Yeah.
whole
It could
like
all go
throat
at any second.
thing. And all right,
Yeah.
so tomorrow this
Yeah.
could all just
It
be
could all explode
trash. Like,
overnight. Yeah.
all right, gotcha.
Let the good time.
Cool.
That's a good segue. Let the good times roll, dog. Let the good. So we have nothing but video game news from here on out. This is the only real movie news, but the Game Awards have blessed us with glorious purpose because now we get to talk about the damn hammer. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic trailer during the Game Awards. This is being directed by Casey Hudson, the game director of the very first Knights of the Old Republic, coming rising from his grave like Altered Beast to bring us more Old Republic. Wash, are you excited about this?
I don't believe it.
You don't think it's real? You don't think it's
Could be.
real? It may,
Could
it
be.
may not be real.
It could be. At this stage, when it comes to Star Wars games, I think they're test balloons, and they're like, "What are we getting amped for? All right, we're gonna do this," and then they never do it. Why? Eclipse. Again, we don't,
1818.
dude.
1818.
We talk about this stuff once a month. We don't make. I did not make that Eclipse trailer from 3, 4 years ago,
Mhm.
and then just stop talking. Where's Eclipse? What?
What? Oh,
And
it's
then randomly be like, "Oh yeah, we're still making Eclipse."
3 years later. No trailer. Not even a screenshot. Just a yeah, we're still making it. Don't worry about it.
Where's Eclipse at the video game awards, man?
I thought it was going to be there. Well, you know what's funny? Where's the Knights of the Old Republic remake? Are these two not mutually inclusive? Is that just dead so this could live? I have so
Mike
many questions, bro.
You didn't make the announcement. Star Wars did. So they're very not good at following
No,
through in their
they're
video
not good
game
at
announcements at this
compartmentalization.
stage.
It's-
So, it was a cool trailer. I don't know what any of it means. It does look like it's Old Republic, so it did look a tad bit more like High Republic to me than it did Old Republic, but cool. They said it doesn't have anything to do with the story we think it does, so okay, a bridging gap. You know, I'm amped. Cool. You showed me a ship, a Jedi with a lightsaber, and what I'm going to say kind of looked like AI-ish. Like,
I was
anyway.
going to say, how long does it take to make one of these trailers? How much does it cost to make one of
Again,
these trailers? Just throw it
again,
up. Just throw up
that
anything.
balloon. There's the balloon. Let's see what
I
happens.
wouldn't put it
Yeah,
past
they're
them, bro.
amped.
It's very
So,
nondescript. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing Homegirl walk up the ship. My brain goes, is that Bastila? That can't be Bastila, right? That's
no,
not Bastila. No, it's not. And I look and you see, like, even in this shot here, it looks like one of the droids from Andor. You know, the big, scary,
In back, yes.
yeah. And what you got to pay attention is that it's a three-person party, just like the Republic games. It's a
Yes.
three-person party. Something you got to pay attention. And there's the Jedi. There is the goat gun toter. At the Atten character, and you got your HK-47. I'm not saying that's the Ebon Hawk or nothing because we don't know when this takes place, but like you said, it kind of, and they're saying it's a single player, narrative driven action RPG. What does that mean in 2027 or 8 or 30, whenever this damn thing comes out?
Yeah, and they said it's supposed to come. I just saw today, 2030, it's coming out. That's 5 years.
I don't know if
No
I'll be
offense to
alive, dog. Like,
anybody,
I
but
don't know.
isn't
Like,
Atlas S13? Isn't that supposed to like take us all out? That could be
yeah,
like
man.
next
Yeah.
week. So what are we talking
Like,
about?
tomorrow's
five
not promised
years
to
from
any of
now.
us, dog.
So what are we doing 5 years
I
from
don't know,
now,
man.
bro? Like, and don't
It's
get me
just,
started. I did not see the final lineup. And I'll just ask, is the racing game in here? No, because I'll just
I
go, okay,
I
all right,
had
I'll wait.
to
I'll wait.
add it
I'll wait. All right.
because
All right.
I just had to add
I'll
it.
wait.
I had to
That's
add it.
cool.
Yeah, but
That's
it
cool.
is here. But
So,
last thing I'll say about this is, like you
yeah,
said, it's a little AI-ish. It's a little nothing. It's a big. Let's call it spade a spade. It's a big fat nothing burger. We don't know nothing about this
yeah.
game. There's no gameplay. It's coming out in 2020. It's coming out in 25. Our great grandkids will be playing this with their mind and shit. We don't know. But
And Bradley, I'm in the middle of my first replay of the three games in a long time. The
wait,
second one, we're getting there. So,
I was,
I didn't actually play today. I
where
couldn't
did
tell
you?
you where I remember. I don't remember. I don't remember where I'm
You know, I
at.
was gonna ask,
Outlaws
where
is
you at?
in my head. I don't
Yeah, I
remember.
understand. I said, where are
Outlaws
you at?
is just
Where are you at?
nope. I got nothing. I got
Okay,
nothing.
just real quick.
I don't know.
What are your thoughts about Kreia? What are your thoughts about Kreia? Just
So
tell me your
far, so
thoughts about
fun.
Kreia.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay,
So far,
I
so
gotta
good.
let me breathe because I
All
can
right.
talk. All right, let me breathe. We're gonna move on because we can't talk about the Knights of the Old Republic, man. I start to lose it and things. Speaking of losing it, so this channel has a weird history with this movie. I've notoriously bashed it for ruining my childhood. Outside forces have called me a shill and fat and told me to just give it a chance, right? Give it a chance. You know what I mean? Because I was mad that Roman Reigns is playing Akuma. It still pisses me off. But what I will say is at the Game Awards, they rolled the first sneak peek for Street Fighter, the official movie, and they rolled out the entire cast onto the stage. Sans Fitty, you must have better things to do, and everybody looked good. Of course, they're Hollywood stars. This trailer rolled, and I thought I might have to eat a little crow. I literally texted Wash, man, why does this kind of look good in a weird way? And Wash was like, good may not be the word, but it looks like something. Wash, what were your initial thoughts after seeing this bonkers trailer?
I'm glad that you mentioned that my comments because I do temperatures dropping. We're down to 18. We've dropped 3 degrees since this podcast has started, so we
Jesus,
will see where we.
cold.
um, so I'm glad that you brought that up because here's what I'm going to say, Mike. And it's not your fault. You like to see the good in things. There's
You
nothing
like to
wrong
see the
with that.
truth?
You like to see the good thing. I, I like to see the truth. Okay,
Okay.
this is trash. This is straight up trash, bro. This is straight up trash, bro. I'll tell you this: the colors look good. The colors look
Wow.
good. It looks like the cinematography is gonna be all right. The fighting, trash. Questions. First trailer. I'm already seeing a Cody Rhodes wrestling move in the first trailer. If that's in your trailer and that's not the highlight, what's the fucking I gotta stop swearing. They gotta stop upsetting me
Gotta
though.
stop swearing.
They
Gotta
gotta
stop
stop
swearing.
upsetting me. Look, what's the rest of the movie gonna be like? So, um, did it look good? It
Mm,
looks pretty to the eyes. It looks like the type of film you could put on in a dark room and it's like candy for the eyes. But as
Hmm.
far as the actual movie goes, like this trailer was not good. We don't have any idea what's going on. There was nothing but people screaming. I'm just reading your little index card now and seeing what the story of this is. And if that is what it is, I'll take Mortal Kombat, man. I appreciate your effort though, but unnecessary in this case. And with the cast, I don't know what this budget is, but God willing, I don't think anybody came cheap.
That
Roman
cast is
Reigns,
crazy. That
dude,
cast is kind of crazy. They got Jason Momoa, Roman Reigns. Here is Cody Rhodes as Guile. They got David Dashton as M Bison. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of nutty, this cast. It's this it's funny. I was around to see Street Fighter with John Claude Van Damme.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And Raul the GOAT rest
yeah,
in power, Raul Julia in the 90s. And that movie was bonkers in
yeah.
retrospect. You had Blanca, you had this dude, the day that Bison graced your village was the most monumental day in your entire life. But for me, it was Tuesday. It's just the cheesiest thing ever. And that's my little Mikey Hart. And like you said, I like to see the good in things. So it was good, right, Dad? And my dad is like, that mess was ass. That mess was a 2-pack of ass. He couldn't tell me because my little Mikey eyes were welling up because it's Street Fighter, it's my favorite thing in the world. And I like the ambition that this film has. I like that we're destroying cars like in the game. I like the throwbacks. Even in this shot, he is lit by blue and pink, which is kind of like he is about to go into focus attack from like Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5. He's kind of glowing in a weird way because right before he has this stupid look on his face, he does a flash kick to Vega. You know what I'm saying? So I like the ambition, but it looks bad. It looks like it doesn't know what it wants to be. And I get like it's like we're just gonna go crazy with this, right? We're not gonna take ourselves seriously. Mortal Kombat is a serious movie with stakes, and we're gonna be goofy as hell and we're gonna have a good time. And a part of me appreciates that, but as a Street Fighter fan, I kind of want a serious Street Fighter. I mean, is Street Fighter the animated movie just gonna be the best Street Fighter movie of all time for all time?
Yes, yes,
Is that the sad
yes,
truth?
yes.
Because no one will take this stuff seriously.
Yes. And to follow up, I
Sucks,
think
bro.
because I watched this 3 times because I wanted to make sure it was trash. I didn't want to talk out of my ass and be like, because I watched the first time, I'm like, that was terrible. And then Mike sent the text. I'm like, you know what? All right, I'll watch it again, watch it again, and I watched it again today. No, it's trash all 3 times. It is colorful though. That said, it felt like a play on the 90s one. In fact, it felt like it kind of was pulling its inspiration from that 90s type of feel. Great, which is fine. Here's what I'm going to tell you, call it Fighter Mania. Don't call it Street Fighter. This is not what I want from a Street Fighter. Granted, Street Fighter, as compared to Mortal Kombat 1, very cartoonish, very artistic in its flair and in its presentation, right? I don't know if we necessarily need Dragon like and you're a Dragon Ball Z anime guy. How does anime generally translate to live action?
It doesn't.
It's poorly. It's done poorly,
It
right?
just can't understand. Like
Street
anime,
Fighter is not necessarily anime, but the art style is very influenced by anime
it
with
could
the
be.
same bright.
I have a feeling it could be done though
Yeah,
in the
it could
hands
be.
of the right
Oh,
director.
did
You know what
this
I'm
dude, we
saying?
looked up, and I can't look now because it'll crash my computer. We looked at this director, and he had directed like that terrible, like he directed one movie that was like
I
about like
know.
a car crash or something,
Like,
dude.
okay, let's take James Gunn for example. The man directed Guardians of the Galaxy with talking trees and raccoons and shit, right?
Yeah.
And he made that serious with stakes, and we're crying about an animated raccoon, right? With the right director, and they actually care about the content and they care about the source material. This can be art, man. I can't not ever not say it's impossible. Like Do I think we can make a live action Dragon Ball Z movie? It's a damn of a chore because anime is so hard to convert into real life. It's almost impossible. I've yet to see an animated converted live action film that wasn't just anal beads, dog. I haven't seen it. I haven't found it yet. And I refuse to believe that in my lifetime that the Street Fighter animated movie from the 90s with Alice in Chains and Chun-Li fighting Vega and she's about to die in stakes and Ryu and
Great.
Ken have to team up to fight Bison, the most epic thing you ever see in your life, cannot be done live action. It has to be able to be done. Someone has it in them to not give us this nonsense. Because I appreciate this nonsense, but it's not what I want. This feels like a music video by a coked out, deranged MCG.
Yeah.
It feels like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
And it's just characters for character's sake.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
a
saying?
Street Fighter fever dream type of
This is a
situation,
Street
man.
Fighter coke dream, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
And I don't
bro.
know, even the hair is bothering me, dude. Like, if you just cared enough about the character, the hair could be better, bro. Like, it looks dumb because they want it to look dumb. And that's a problem, bro.
Yeah.
A Roman Reigns has a giant beard as Akuma. He said, I'm not going to cut my beard. I'm Roman Reigns. And it's
I
just like,
hope it's
fine,
good.
bro.
I hope it's good. I hope
I
it's
mean,
great. I
it's a
hope it's great.
trailer.
I hope
This
it's
may
great.
be this may be a magnum opus. This may be the best thing since sliced bread. We don't know. It's just a trailer. But you cut your trailer like shit.
Yeah.
And I'll cuss.
Yeah.
I thought it was hype and I'd had to watch it a couple times.
And
What
don't call
about
me a hater because I just killed the Star Wars trailer as well. So don't call me a
uh,
hater because I just want a decent trailer. You know what I mean? So,
if you
all
go in
right.
with low expectations, you'll always be surprised. Just give it a chance, Wash. Just give it a chance.
I mean, I didn't make the trailer.
It's not looking
I get
good, Doug.
mind you.
Speaking of things that kind of look good, can't front. We got back-to-back Tomb Raider trailers. So the first one we got was about a game called Tomb Raider Catalyst, another Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, no gameplay, just kind of like this is the next true. We're rebooting Tomb Raider again, right? Which is fine. That didn't really interest me. What interested me is that they are doing a full remake of the very first Tomb Raider on PlayStation called Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis with gameplay, with mocap, with screenshots, and it looks absolutely great. You're fighting feathered dinosaurs and shut, man. Wash, did you get a chance to watch this trailer? And bigger question, did you play any of the Tomb Raiders back in the day?
Yeah, big Tomb Raider fan. In fact, Tomb Raider goes on. I don't like puzzles, so I don't play a lot of the games. I do watch them though because I like gold, I like archaeology, and I like Laura Croft. So, uh,
Diamonds.
we're gonna put that
Diamonds.
as the story, and thus, I watched, as I said, Tomb Raider One is, in my opinion, probably one of the top three video game movies that's been made with Angelina Jolie. That movie's friggin' awesome. So I would have preferred one of these trailers be the Sophie Turner movie Tomb Raider, which I'm very much looking forward to. And Netflix, who I'm not a big fan of at this current moment, may get my dollars because the animated Tomb Raider that they're doing also looks great. But
Yeah,
that notwithstanding, I thought that this trailer looked fantastic. Um, I question if we needed a remake of this specific game, and I thought, wasn't this made for like Game Boy or
this was
like
made for
some
like
sort of,
no.
yeah.
Bradley mentions it like I had the first Tomb Raider like on the PlayStation or something like that, and Bradley played it for the very first time because we traded games. He would come over. Me and him go back like a Cadillac on full flats, and Tomb Raider 2 was the better game. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's the Street Fighter 2 problem. No one remembers Street Fighter. Everybody remembers Street Fighter 2. Tomb Raider 2 was goated. But it's almost like that they're remaking the worst games and making them better. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Don't remake the GOAT game because we have the
Okay.
GOAT game.
Yeah.
Remake the
Okay.
bad game and make it better.
Okay.
Make it a better experience. And this may, Resident Evil is finding a lot of success. Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake. So if they start at the beginning and this is gold, they may remake um Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And get that
Because
same
of the
kind of money.
original, like, where's the story? I mean, don't get me started on Todd Howard's Skyrim 5 Collector's Edition for Nintendo Switch, and I'm
Ah,
like, how do you have a trailer for this game for this Todd Howard? How did you allow this to be
with a
released,
straight
bro?
face. You know what I'm saying? With
Like
a straight
your
face.
inbox had to light up when people saw this, and they're like,
You
you
are
got
just
nothing?
you
You
got some
you
balls, don't you?
you don't got like a 5-second clip of someone with a lightsaber or a bad haircut with for us?
Mm-mm,
Nah.
mm-mm.
Here's
Nah.
here's number five. Take the fucking
Here's
time.
Fallout 76 again. You know what I'm saying? What
Eh,
a clown,
So,
dog. But
yeah, I do like this. I digged it. I thought the trailer was great. I would love to play it. I'm just not a puzzle guy, dude. I just
I don't
don't like doing
were
puzzles
there
in video
they showed a
games.
lot of gameplay for this game. Was there any puzzles in the trailer? I
No,
did,
but there are. I mean,
it's Tomb Raider.
when
There's
you
going to be puzzles,
it's
right?
Tomb Raider, yeah,
Yeah.
and the first one was puzzles, like, it was puzzles, so,
Ah,
yeah, yeah,
I think a lot about Resident Evil 2 remake, which is probably the best of those remakes. And they change a lot in those games, even though it's not a one-to-one remake. You know what I mean? Things
yeah, okay.
happen differently. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you played the Final Fantasy remakes? Are they one for ones
No,
or
those are
because it
very different. Those
okay,
are not even the
okay,
same game. Like Final Fantasy 7 remake is not Final Fantasy 7. It's a completely different. They play with the it's almost satirical how different it is. It pokes fun at itself from
wow,
within the game. I don't know if this game is gonna have that much like leeway with it. I hope it's not just a pretty one-to-one because those games played rough, mind you. They were hard to
mhm.
move around with the PlayStation graphics. So I'm hoping this is a complete from down up retool of the entire experience. You know what I'm
It
saying?
That's something I'll say about Tomb Raider games. A lot of the older games don't hold up. You go
That's what I'm
back to
saying.
play them and look at them now, and they just simply don't hold up. Where there still are goated PlayStation games that are better than what's being made today, even though the Game Show Award did show some pretty games. But um, yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Remake the bad game and make it good for a new audience.
I like
Because
that.
and one last thing, I really did you dig like the most recent iteration of Laura Croft where she was feral and like hunting in the woods and biting the throats out of elk and shit like that
You know what? I still haven't played them. I watched both those games,
with the
the
bow
ones
and
that
arrow,
came,
dog.
yeah, the ones that what's the freaking
Those
The
those are pretty
Last of
good.
Us, the
Yeah,
Last of Us versions of them.
yeah.
Yes, and my only issue is that I played The Last of Us, right? So when I saw those games, I was like, I don't
Oh,
necessarily need to play Tomb Raider: The Last
mm.
of Us. Like,
We got McDonald's at home. I'll make you a
like
Big Mac.
I didn't like The Last of Us that much. I know that that's blasphemy to say, but
I didn't like it either, to be honest with
you oh really? Oh, I had an issue with the control system, the way the characters are moving. It was
you.
just frankly a little annoying to me.
One was okay. I kind of was the whole system where you got to hide and throw rocks and it was like okay, but I didn't even touch two. I was just like, I'm good,
Yeah.
man. That the whole series kind of soured on
Did you
me.
watch the HBO show?
No, because I was so soured by the series. I was annoyed by this. It insists upon
Uh,
itself. F
uh,
Last of Us. Speaking of someone who insists about himself, Saboba is back,
so,
baby. Star Wars Galactic Racer trailer. Intergalactic Racer runs based racing games, The Lawless Outer Rim, Kessel runs. We got pod racing. We got air speeders. It looks crazy, bro. I wasn't gonna add it to the docket and add something else, and I was just gonna combine Fate of the Old Republic and this, but no, I'm more hyped to be honest, because this is more tangible. I'm kind of more hyped for this because I was just recently Mike Tradamus. I was just recently talking about I could really go for like like a Star Wars pod racing game again. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while.
it
Here we
has been a
are,
while.
plucked from Mount Olympus and given to me.
Are you sure?
Let's break down the trailer.
Are you
Um,
sure?
what about plucked from Mount? Mount Olympus and given to me.
Yeah, that you're gonna get something because
I like.
when I look, wish list now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, Epic coming in 2026.
That's next
And
year.
judging from the trailer, I honestly I couldn't tell you if this was not an app. If you told me if this came
Watch,
out
don't
and it
do
was
that, man.
yeah,
Don't.
dude, I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling you, and here's why. Why, Brian? Why would you say something like this? Dude, they literally have an app, Star Wars Hunters, that people dig. It was a multiplayer 4v4, 8v8 game. They literally just shut it down. They're like, click. Why do we need
Okay.
this? This makes money. So you're telling me now, test balloon. So we
It's
shut
all.
down this.
It's all a test balloon. Wash.
Dude, I
What?
just don't know if it's real. This is my issue. The trailer that they showed me did not necessarily give me, oh yeah, this game is
Nah.
made and in the
But there's.
basket. And I'm going to go one step further. Star Wars Hunters was supposed to be on Steam, wishlist now. I had that thing wishlist for a year. It never actually got the freaking Steam. Sorry, don't yell at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what I see.
Nah.
If Star Wars came through on any of their games, they made Outlaws. Cool. Where did Outlaws come from? Out of nowhere.
Out of
No one
nowhere.
had even heard of it. It's like, oh, here you go. Now we
Here's the
have
thing.
2025 wish list 2026. You can't put a date on this pod racing speeder game that people have been asking for 20 years. Dude, I'm not yelling at Star Wars. I'm just saying I don't know if it's real.
I get it, and I would agree with you because they will just not put stuff out. We've seen it since the Xbox 360 days. They just stopped putting things out. They stopped keeping promises. The only thing that makes me at least optimistic about this game is that when we saw gameplay, you saw them going over, you saw them doing runs, you saw them going over boosts and stuff like that. Very F Zero. And two, probably the biggest thing between the two, it looked rough, which means they are working on it. It didn't look like some plastic, AI driven, you know, screenshot. It wasn't a logo like Elder Scrolls 7, which we're never gonna see. It was an actual game with gameplay. You got to see speeders and you got to see pod racing. It looked promising. So 2026 may not hit the mark. That's 365 days. And one of those days it can come out. But I understand the cynicism because it's Star Wars. It's Disney. They will just pull a plug. And this game may be
And
out for 3 months and they pull it because there's no interest. I get it, but I just want it, man. I just want it.
it's the video game awards. Like trailers are not, especially video game trailers, are not necessarily made games in any way, shape, or form. And I've
True.
just come to expect this now. I didn't set this expectation for myself. I didn't go into every video game trailer thinking, oh, this looks dope. I wonder if it's going to be made. Had this dropped on a Tuesday afternoon in the middle of October, I'd be like, yeah, dope. We got a new pod racing game coming. But I have questions.
Here's the thing. We live in a world now where if it's not in my hand, it's not real, right?
I'm not
That
saying.
could be trailers, it's AI, it's deep fakes. We don't know what's real out there anymore. And that's double impounded by this marketing fest, which is the Game Awards. A lot of these games, E3 was notorious for that. No, they were supposed to remake like Project Justice or something, never came out. Darkstalkers, Vampire Survivor was supposed to get a sequel, never came out. You know what I mean? Just just gone, right? But I like to be a kid and be hyped when I see cool things. Would that mean that future Mike won't be disappointed? I mean, no one, just around the river bend. I don't know. But as it sits right now, they told me that a pod racing game is coming, so I will believe them for
Here,
now.
I'll tell you something I'm hyped about. I'm sure it's not on here. Ace Combat 8
Yeah,
looked
yeah, yeah.
dope as
Capcom,
hell. You want to
Capcom.
know what?
Yeah,
Looked dope as hell. You want to know what you
yeah,
saw? A bunch of fighting, a bunch of like dog fighting. Things looked
yeah.
cool,
Look sharp on
looked
that RE
awesome.
engine.
I'm hyped.
Yeah,
I'm hyped. I'm just not hyped. That's all. I'm just not
fair. I
hyped.
feel you. I
That's all.
just this is very Michael coded. This
That's
one.
all.
This is um I think this is the last thing of the night. and this is very selfish because this beat out the Resident Evil announcement. This beat out that weird Divinity trailer that I don't even want to.
Divinity.
I don't even
Yeah,
want to.
Divinity said.
We asked what the Hellmouth was, and it was truly a hell mouth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm selfishly adding this because Control 1 was so effing good. If you didn't play Control, I think it's free on Xbox Game Pass now. And it's so interesting in the lore. It's so in it's like it's so good. And when I saw that this was getting a trailer and you're playing as her evil brother and he's in control, no pun intended, and the hiss is in the entire world now. I'm like, this seems crazy. It is like a character action game like Devil May Cry. Wash would tell you, during one of our E3, I almost got him in trouble with his landlord because they announced Devil May Cry 5 and I was screaming like a child. And Wash was like, hey, shut the hell up, man. You're going to get me kicked out. I'm like, I can't. That's Dante. That's Virgil. What do you want me to do? So I'm extremely hyped for this game. It looks great. Once again, the graphics look sharp. Remedy does no wrong. They did Alan Wake 2, Control Resident. Did you watch this trailer?
I did, and I have not played Control Part One. It is one of
Ah,
the games that
so
you always
good.
say to play. This looked very what's the dude who shot the lightning bolts out of his hands for PlayStation? You remember
Infamous.
early? Yes, this looked very infamous in nature to me, which I found intriguing in the play style. Looked like a very weird, interesting concept, which in this
You
day and
have
age, I'll take it. I'll take it.
you have to play Control
Well,
because this is
there's a
very
lot of
different.
games.
I get it. I have to watch The Godfather. You know what I'm saying? There's things, priorities, right? Like the first Control, you play as the main character. Um, and she uses a gun, and her gun can warp reality and stuff like that. But it's mostly a shooter. She can fly. She does combos. She has telekinesis powers. It's crazy. And I'm like, okay, they went in a completely different direction where it's not gun shooting. It is character action. It's swords and bats and you know what I'm saying, and this giant hunking hammers and stuff, and you're fighting these creatures, and there's half faces with tentacles at the bottom, and like really trippy stuff. And I'm like, just put it in my veins, bro. Just this is one of those where it's gonna be a day one. I may have to take that day off of work, bro. Just get some food, get some beers, and just pump the volume because the soundtrack's gonna kick ass.
There you go.
It's so much fun, dude. I want to run back Control again, man. It's
How
just such
long
a
is Control? What is it?
uh
15, 20 hours?
20 hours. You can get through it
20?
if you just go through and read every lore, which I did because the lore just sucks you in. It's kind of like X Files meets the
Hmm.
Matrix. Put it
Hmm.
like that, where it's like, yeah, the world is effed, but nobody knows it because we keep a kind of a tight lid on things. Guess what? You walked into this building. Now you're the CEO of Spook Central. Figure it out, and you're like, what? And
Uh,
now you're in the middle. There's this
um,
there's this frequency that's driving people crazy. Don't listen to it. You heard it. You just listen to it. Oh, you're screwed. Figure it out. It's so interesting. I want to do an MOTN lore on it. It's just so deep. You know what I'm saying? But we're getting the sequel, and I'm just so excited. I won't shut up about this until it's out. But it comes out next year. But we'll see. Uh, it might be free on Xbox Game Pass. We'll see.
I prefer when they say available like later tonight. That
Available
I
now.
believe. You know what I mean?
Demo
Uh,
demo available tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Any at this stage, I wish they'd actually just stop putting dates on things because it's like just stop doing that to
Okay,
yourself.
that's a good question.
Control's coming.
Do you want release dates, or do you just it's out today? Drop what you're doing.
Bro, I mean, you know, they put out a
Like,
Star Wars game that I'm not going to say I was hyped about, but I was interested in. And then today I found out it's coming out in 2030. I may not be here in
I mean,
2030. It's that
that's what
type
I'm
of life,
saying.
bro.
Is
So,
that gonna
you know,
I don't
I'll
know.
just
I'm gonna be in
play
2030.
Outlaws and then play
We're gonna
Old Republic 2 and live my
live it
life.
yeah, living it now.
Like, I
You
can't
know
get
what
hyped
I'm
for
saying?
you.
I may
Sorry.
I may be like a shrimping boat captain in 2030. I don't know where my life's gonna take me, dog. The
At
world may not be
2030,
here. The world may not
if
be here, dog.
if you're projecting 2030, that could be 2033 realistically.
Realistically, when it gets in your hand, 2033, 2035.
So, like,
Stop
what are we
playing.
doing? What are we
Duke Nukem
doing?
Forever took 20 years to come out, bro. Nothing
So
is off limits, man.
I didn't do it. Video games did.
Hey, I'm not mad at you, man. It's hard. And I think that is the last topic of the evening. It is hard to stay positive and find that childlike giddiness when we've seen the industry eat itself and you just can't help but see. I see the good in things, you see the truth. I think this is why we work so well in this atmosphere because you ground me because I was ready to just go off in space about a couple of these. Like, nah, man, you know that shit ain't coming out. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Oh man.
Nah, man. It's just
No.
coming out 2030. I didn't even know they said 2030. In that case, what's coming out first? Knights of the Old Republic remake or this?
I,
I don't
I
know. Is that
I
even
have no
coming out?
idea. How about Jedi Survivor 3? Where was
Oh,
that trailer at the Game Show
it's not
Awards?
ready. It's still baking, baby. It's
You
still
don't have a
cooking.
trailer. You have a clip.
Nothing.
You don't
Not
get
even
like a
mentioned.
Street Fighter little like
Where's
here's a
Fables?
chick.
Where's Fable? The new Fable's
Uh,
supposed to be coming
yeah,
out sometime soon.
Fable was supposed to be.
Yeah, there's a
Oh
ton
man.
of games where it's like,
And this is why
it's cooking. It's cooking.
the release date
Mhm.
is
It's
it's
superfluous at the end
it
of the
is
day.
what it is. But that said, there is a lot of stuff to play right now that has interest. So
Yeah.
go play that. Don't worry about what's coming tomorrow. There's plenty of stuff to play from the past. In
Hey.
fact, that's why I started my Twitch channel was simply to catch up on all the freaking games like Control that I have not played. Unfortunately, games like Outlaws are taking precedence.
Hey, what you know
Sorry.
what they say?
Yes.
Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present, baby.
There you go.
Um, just play some games. Like even now, I'm about to jump on Marvel Cosmic Invasion a little bit. I'm gonna just play that a little bit more before the night is over. Um, and once I beat that, we're moving right along to Outer Worlds, man. I want to play that before the games start coming out. With that being said, Wash, at the end of all things, of these four topics, which one did you have the most fun talking about?
Honestly,
Hmm.
I think Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, stuck with
I think
Street
Street
Fighter,
Fighter.
huh?
Yeah, I think it's Street Fighter.
It's
I
so
think Street
effing.
Fighter, but I think we had an interesting topic. I think there's a lot that I think there were good things in all the discussions tonight, but Street Fighter still. I mean, it's decisive. I have not seen fan reaction really. I haven't really been online to see it. So I don't know. Do people like it? Do people
It's
hate
been
it?
very divisive. Some
Okay.
people are like, it's just like cosplay. What the F is this? Some people are like, it's effing go. This is dumb. I can't wait. It really based on your personality, you know? It is like, I don't want to go back into it, but can I just get a serious Street Fighter movie with stakes and Ryu being cool? And you know what I'm saying? And Ken and
It's
Chun
called
Li.
Best of the Best.
It's called Street Fighter, the animated movie that was made in
There that.
1990. Dog.
Oh,
With that, Wash, is there any final thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
No, I don't think so. Have yourselves a nice, enjoyable weekend, and yeah, if you're anywhere in the Midwest, stay inside for the love of God. Don't go
This
outside.
guy is living in a frozen tundra. Bradley mentioned Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. Real quick, did you ever watch that on YouTube? Like it was like an
Mm,
internet movie. It was kind of cosplay, but the fight scenes were pretty cool.
no, I don't think so.
Okay,
I
I
don't
have to
think
check
so.
that. I haven't seen that in a very long time, but Bradley swears by it. I'm gonna have to check it out again. Just some real quick housekeeping. So, as of this episode, MOTN will only have one more episode for the rest of the year. That is going to be on. Um, it's going to go live Wednesday, which would be New Year's Eve, and that's going to be kind of like our 2025 recap. Me and Wash are going to work on that. There will be no more MOTN lives until the start of the new year. So we're going on hiatus. We're going to rest. We're going to enjoy our holiday. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have content. Things going to be rolling out. I may jump on live just to do a MOTN figured it out. I may just do a some YouTube shorts, you know what I'm saying? So the content will not stop. We'll just be taking a break, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have our New Year's spectacular, and I hope you guys enjoy it. A lot of crazy stuff happened to this channel over the last 12 months, and me and Wash are going to talk about it and reflect. That being said, happy holidays to everyone. Hopefully, everyone has a safe holiday. Spend it with those you love. Remember to like our content, comment on the channel, and subscribe so you're made aware when new content goes live on the channel. I've, of course, been Master of the Nerdiverse, Mike G. He's been Wash, Master of the Nerdiverse Jedi Counselor. And with that, I'm going to say MOTN out. Take care, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's.